Sup? How's everybody doing?
I'm all right. It's a little earlier than usual.
Yeah, it's hot as hell out here.
It's so humid.
So off the top, I'm just gonna tell the audience real quick that we're getting rid of the grab bag segment. Dylan said it's a lot of work to edit, so we're just gonna cut that out.
I'll be sad to see it go. They were fun,
right,
but I mean, I guess whatever's good for Dylan.
Yeah.
What? What'd you just say?
What?
Repeat what you just said.
We've been talking about this for like months.
Who's we? What is this about nonsense about getting rid of the grab bag? This is a foundation of the podcast. Without the grab bag segment, this is not the same podcast. All right?
I mean,
Are you serious? Like, we're getting rid of this? Like, this isn't a joke? You're not
Yes.
really?
Yeah, we're getting rid of it.
Jesus. I don't think I could be part of this podcast if we're getting rid of the grab bag. I'm being honest.
Oh,
That seems a bit much.
wow. Fuck. All right.
I guess this is where we part ways. Good luck with the show. Peace.
Well, that sucks. Anyone have someone that wants to take his spot?
Yeah, I think I got a guy. Hold on a sec.
Moshi Mosh.
Yo, we got a spot just opened up. You want in?
Oh yeah, say less.
A few moments later.
Hey, we got a new member, everyone.
Hey guys. I heard y'all had a spot, so I guess here I am.
Let me in! Let me in! There's no AC out here. It's so humid. Ow. My thighs are chafing and
Guys,
sticking together at the
should-
same time.
should we let him in? I mean, he's not used to the outside world.
The graphics out there suck. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
God, I'm melting.
All right, let him in. Actually, I'm pretty sure we never locked the door behind him. He could have just.
Air conditioning is so good,
You learn your lesson?
so good. Never again will I go outside. It's so awful out there.
All right, and just in case people didn't get that, we're not getting rid of the grab bag. That was a meme. That's half the show. This thing would be like 10 minutes long if we didn't have that.
All right, so we have a bit to talk about. Let's go into the summary first, and then we'll get into it. We do actually have a new guy, though. By the way, that is real. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I guess not much to say. I mean, I've known Jordy for a while now.
We were babies.
We've known each other for like 20 plus years.
Yeah,
Baby.
at this point.
Without going into too much detail, you want to let everyone know about your kind of experience with One Piece?
I mean, like everybody else, I watched it when it came on for kids. Obviously, with that real bad editing. I mean, obviously, the One Piece rap is the best thing of all time to ever come out.
Here's how the story goes. We find out about a treasure in the Grand Line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king.
And, I was like, oh, why doesn't Sanji have a lollipop anymore? When he starts smoking cigarettes? When I started watching the sub.
So you're caught up like the rest of them.
Haven't watched probably 3 episodes of Wano, but I am caught up in the manga.
I can't wait to disappoint you with my opinions.
yeah. In case the ground rules have not been set, just keep in mind that we have people who have not seen anything beyond our current episodes. So try to maintain your thoughts in terms of anything that has happened previously.
Don't worry, I'll do all the spoiling for you.
I will kill you, Justin. Do you want to go back in the humidity?
No. Oh no.
Dobie likes the inside.
Clutches the air conditioner.
All right, well, with that said, let's go on to the summary. The Going Merry can no longer be repaired, and it's time to say farewell. Much like their adventure being too much for the Going Merry, the people they encounter in this vast ocean are starting to become too much for Usopp. He can't keep up with the power scaling being thrown at him, from the warlords to the admirals to even the gods, and while everyone around him gains ground or already proven themselves vital to the well-being of the crew, Usopp himself has lost what little footing he had. The roads he once saw are no longer there. His bravery can only take him so far. So in his solemn acts of desperation, he damns the very crew extending a helping hand. Farewell, Usopp.
That was a brutal summary. Yikes.
Man.
I do want to say outright, this did happen. Like he is actually gone.
He did leave.
Yeah.
He do be, for any of you naysayers out there who are like, well, I've seen like some pictures. I'm telling you right now, regardless of the events that may transpire later down the line, the dude's gone.
I don't believe it.
No. The three of us solemnly swear, even Isaac could swear, Usopp just left the crew.
The dude is gone. Now, we may follow him in some way, shape, or form on whatever he plans to do, but make no mistake, your boy's gone. He really is. Devin got exactly what he wanted.
I don't think it's actually going to happen the way that you're saying it. I think you're baiting it.
I am not baiting. I promise.
We
you.
are simply telling you the truth that Usopp is no longer part of that crew. That duel him and Luffy just had, that was honored through and through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have officially broken up the Beatles. This is it.
Oh, no.
Not even kidding.
Not the Beatles.
Knowing that, regardless of your personal positions, what do you guys think of these eps? Where we
I
at?
feel like I'm still going to be right from our last episode, my assumption. I still have that gut feeling that I'm right.
What was remind us what that was?
That they're not getting rid of the Mary.
All right. Regardless of how we're reinforcing previous theories or whatever, what do we think? Like where are we at? Do we appreciate these? Did you expect these? I guess is maybe my first question.
I suppose I didn't see it like getting to this point with them like all out fighting each other, but obviously Usopp was going to be upset about the decision regarding the Mary. I guess the severe impact of it. I mean, Luffy starts out that conversation extremely poorly.
You talked to them about it, right?
Yeah, but we aren't having them repair it. We decided to get a new ship instead.
And I think that pretty much catalyzes everything else that happens afterwards, but I don't feel like I saw it necessarily getting into a fight to the death between Luffy and Usopp here.
I will say, I gotta tread a little carefully because I have been tremendously looking forward to this part in the series for a very, very long time. I talked about this with Jordy. This is probably one of my favorite gut-wrenching moments, at least in top 5, guaranteed. I don't know what it is about this relationship between Usopp and the boat and how he reflects its uselessness in the face of the crew and their adventure as a whole. That's just so resonating. You know, they're arguing essentially over whether or not the Mary has outlived its usefulness. And I think at its core, that is what the argument really is in Usopp's perspective. And at first they were like, we can't tell him that it's like beyond repair. He'll never fucking take it well. And even Luffy was like trying to hold it off for a while before eventually going,
Don't make me repeat myself. I told you, the Mary can't be repaired anymore.
And up until now, I really like that anytime that Usopp is faced with a major challenge, even if he fails, he always has something to get him back up on the saddle through like his friendships or whatever. But now he essentially has nothing. And if they are willing to get rid of the ship, they've got to be more than willing to get rid of me. You said it last week. I came with the ship. If we don't have the ship, then I'm essentially nothing to these guys.
Yeah, that's essentially half his job is repairing that ship. And now he's like, shit, what do I do now?
I agree with Brendan. I don't think I have a list of top 5 gut-wrenching One Piece moments. Maybe I should start one. But yeah, this is definitely top 5. I do have, I think, a number 1 later in this arc we're going to watch eventually. And I can't wait for that episode.
What about the new guy, Isaac? What's your opinion on this fight?
There really isn't anything for him in his mind. If he can't win a fight and he can't fix the ship, what else is there for him to do there?
And they even said it too. They're like, so what? You think you know more than these shipwright experts who basically came here, looked at the ship, told us the bad news? You think that their word is just nothing, that you know better than them.
Exactly.
I'll repair the Mary myself, just like before. We've made it this far, so there's no reason we can't go on that way. Here, I'll get started right now. Come on, guys, help me out. That's not gonna work. That's right, we don't have enough lumber, do we? I better go buy some at the shipyard. We've got a lot of work to do.
You're not a shipwright, Usopp! You hear me? Stop it, Luffy!
Even back when they were at the shipyard, he reacted relatively similarly to Usopp, in all honesty. He even made the same statement saying, like, well, you don't understand the ship. Like, you don't know what she's been through, how strong she is. And the shipwrights are like, I don't know what else to tell you. You can do whatever you want, put your crew in danger, but that's on you, and you'll have to live with that consequence.
Do you think he'd be down for a replica?
There is no way that Usopp would be down for a replica ship.
No.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. The moment where Luffy actually tackles Usopp and, finally drops the line, like, if you don't like the way I run things, then why don't you get the fuck out? And then, seeing Sanji step in there.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what it is. There, but I get chills every time I rewatch this episode and I see Sanji who's just like,
All right, that's enough, both of you. Just calm down and we can settle this later.
You listen to yourself! Luffy! Don't act like you're the only one who's torn up about this! We all feel the same way!
If that was true, then you wouldn't be looking for a new ship!
All right, fine! If you don't like the way your captain does things, then why don't you go ahead and get up? Sanji!
We've gotten a little too far here. I always get curious why he takes it so personally, almost, I guess. Like, I know that he vibes with them.
I think the reason why Sanji takes it, like, gets so heated in that moment is I think he's blown away by the idea of this, like, he didn't know how to handle it, and I feel like the best way he could is just to try and stop it before he even gets there. But at that point, when he kicks him, it was already too late. The damage was already done.
I think he knew that, like, Luffy was getting too heated and he was going to say something he was going to regret, and he just...
Which he does. He clearly does.
Yeah.
By the way, do you listen to sub or dub, Isaac?
Sub.
A man of culture.
I don't like the English voices.
Goon!
For some reason, I preferred the 4Kids dub.
Oh, no.
Personally, I always feel like the sub puts a lot more emotion into it when they're speaking than dub does.
Because that's just true across the board for, like, the industry.
Yeah.
I don't know who this man is. He's wild. I have so many thoughts that are not meant for this particular cast.
This guy's very polarizing.
I think they're generally really good. They're just the direction they're given isn't really clear sometimes.
Like one of my personal favorites is Johnny Young Bosch.
A rescuer isn't supposed to ignore the rescuee!
Yeah? And what kind of rescuee complains about the rescue? Why don't you just go sit down and tremble in fear and cry out, save me, like you're supposed to?
I don't need to be saved!
That dude's a
Sure.
legend.
Yeah, Bleach guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny Youngbosh. He voices Ichigo in the dub. My favorite, I think, dub anime of all time.
I think he voices somebody in One Piece as well. I'm not too sure.
Johnny Young Bosch does, in fact, voice somebody in One Piece, but we do not know them.
All right, so, like, how about the rest of the crew? How are they handling this, dude?
I personally with that, I resonate with Zoro so much because he's with Luffy 100%. And even though he doesn't say anything, because he looks at Luffy, he nods at Luffy, he follows behind him the whole time. He doesn't walk out with everybody until Luffy walks out. Because he knows that because he's been with Usopp and Luffy the same amount of time. So he understands the feelings between them at the same time.
That's actually a very interesting gesture that I did not catch. Yeah, when Sanji, Chopper, and Nami go out there to scream at Usopp, it wasn't just, it was Luffy and Zoro that stuck behind, and Zoro didn't follow until after Luffy left the cabin. That's an interesting gesture I did not read the first time.
During the fight, right, he's calm throughout the whole thing. The other crewmates, they're all shocked. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're fighting. Oh, this,
I like his one line when the explosion goes off. He goes, "Ooh, that one's gonna sting."
Yeah, and it wasn't about the emotion between two. It was just about the action that had just happened. So he stayed calm throughout the whole entire thing.
Yeah, he after that fight goes down, he goes off on Chopper, telling him like, "Don't just leave him alone." And Chopper just can't understand. He's like, "I'm a doctor, but more importantly, like that man's still my friend. I don't care if he left the crew or whatever."
Was that Zoro or I was Sanji?
Oh, that was Sanji.
That was Sanji doing that.
I'm goofed.
Sanji has the same realization. I think just the same understanding of the situation. I think the difference between him and Zoro is that Zoro just has more of a mastery over his emotions in these regards than Sanji does. Sanji's always been a very
passionate.
Yeah, passionate is definitely the word I would use in everything he does. So when he sees people that are his friends going off on each other, he kind of loses himself in that passion and emotion more. Whereas Zoro has always been deep in the shit for his entire life, pretty much. So he kind of understands that emotions have a time where you can use them, but there also is a time where they need to be held in check, and this is one of those moments.
You can also argue that because of how he follows essentially the Bushido code to a degree, like keeping yourself like in control, like emotionally, is like a key feature.
Exactly.
And so like because of it, obviously, with his he meditates. You assume.
Yeah, dude. No, this dude will meditate with like 4 tons in each arm.
Yeah, he does that every time he weightlifts.
Exactly. And so it's like you could see where like the backgrounds really come into, because like this whole debacle, because like Nami doesn't know what to do because she hasn't lived the most stable life. Neither has Sanji to a degree.
Yeah, her new foundation is starting to crumble, and you can feel it. And she's like, well, like after this, what's going to happen to me? Then we have the same thing in Chopper, where Chopper's like, I have a code as a doctor to help people, but the code's being
challenged.
How do you fix pride?
Yeah. There's an alternate universe where these two just had like a few Coronas, and they sat in the corner and they're like, hey man, we got to get rid of the ship. And Usopp was like, I hear you.
Usopp's just like, can you just give me a minute? Like, just give me like a day with it or something. and then Luffy's like, anything you need, buddy. Anything you need. But that is not what we have with these characters here. Everything's got to be super dramatic. Everything's got to be over the top.
I love Robin in these episodes the best.
Oh no.
Annoying.
Oh no, stop.
So I did want to talk about the actual fight and the new thing that Usopp tried during this fight, which actually like kind of surprised me.
Did you see the shuriken shit coming? Because I forgot about that.
That is wild.
Exactly.
Usopp is Batman. You just got to give him enough time to prepare.
No, that's that's Home Alone, Malcolm, or whatever his name was.
That same thing. It's all the same.
Don't give me this. Get out of here.
Don't give me this.
I don't like these Batman parallels. Yeah, I enjoyed the fact that he used the same strategy that he used against Anaru. And it's like, it may be a meme at first, but when you think about it, it's like, no, this is actually how this man fights. He just tries to get
I wrote
under
that in my
skin.
notes. It was like, I think Luffy or someone like challenges Usopp, "You better fight me seriously." He's like, "I am." It's like, it may look like a meme, but then like eventually he like, pulls out, I guess, the serious cards. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, this isn't a meme. It looks like a joke, but he's using what he's got, and he's trying really hard to fuck up Luffy.
Yeah, he lays it on real thick off the bat with the ketchup star too.
Yeah. I guess like the ketchup star was part of his plan with him not letting Chopper like heal him or like do anything medical on him.
Yeah, exactly. Because he makes Luffy falter for that extra second, because Luffy is still definitely in a state of like, this is my friend I'm about to fight. Am I really still about to fight Usopp? So he falters still.
You can see that with the 125 flashbacks that they do of the same exact flashback.
Yeah.
Well, no, it admittedly happens with Luffy, and Luffy's just like recollecting himself like on and on. He keeps going back to the same memories.
No, it happens with Usopp as well. It shows it when it shows him doing it as well.
It's not even just those two exclusive. Like, it's all of them to a degree. The amount of flashbacks in these episodes was obnoxious, in my opinion.
No, I get like it can be a little off, and personally, I would have done less with it. But like that's a direction that the studio decided to go in, because you can clearly see it increases the more the fight continues. They just keep going on and on and on. And eventually you realize, oh no, this is Luffy constantly going, do I really want to do this?
You idiot. You knew it would end like this. You knew you could never beat me.
Which is hard to maintain throughout that fight. And I guess I kind of enjoyed it towards the end, but I can see why you wouldn't.
I think that's what Usopp was betting on, was being able to exploit Luffy's hesitation for as long as he possibly could.
Yeah, definitely. Use that psychological damage on him a little bit.
Can you imagine the amount of hype in that manga panel when you read Usopp says, "I know how to defeat you," and then the chapter ended? Like, I don't know if that's how it was, but I imagine that might have been a hype moment I would have put in there.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. He was like, I already know how I'm gonna win, and then everyone's like,
All the fandom's like, how?
what are you on about? But then I'm sure there are people back in the day that came to bat and was like, but guys, Luffy's never fought a friend and a guy who has the best chance at knowing his weaknesses out the gate.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were back in the day.
When we came into this fight, though, I fully came in expecting just seeing all the stupid gags of like the whole Pepper, the whole the Tabasco star, like all those. But when he pulls out the fucking shuriken, I was like, oh shit.
Bro, the machine gun shuriken clips were
Dude,
amazing.
those or even like the cactus one, like that like these are like just like whole new ass arsenals where he could actually, if he actually used those in prior fights, he probably would have stood a better chance to a degree.
Yeah, like he might not have anything other than his impact dial. He doesn't really have anything that can really be like the one, like the knockout, right? But he's definitely got a few tricks that we've seen now that he could pepper in some damage here and there, whittle people down.
And this was a double down thing on Luffy's part, where back in when he was fighting Miss Golden Week, his worst opponent is the opponent that uses strategy against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He knew that Luffy would be in a daze when he egged the shit out of him before he started using the breath dial to throw a bunch of combustive gas all around him and shit.
I'm just imagining him in the tavern, like that he went into, like when they said that he got a room. It's just like, hey, can I borrow your kitchen for like an hour?
He just unplugs the stove.
Now here's what we're missing. He met One Piece Hank Hill, went to the
God.
water propane place and bought himself some water propane accessories.
You gotta stop.
Oh my
Not like
god.
this.
That long-nosed boy ain't right, I tell you.
Boy.
All right, this might be a minute question, but like, who actually thought he was gonna win?
No, not at
No,
all.
not a chance.
Not even the crewmates thought that he was gonna win.
Okay, I'll say this. I obviously knew because I've rewatched this. I can't possibly remember what I thought first watching these episodes way back in the day. But I'll say that watching Usopp get serious was like giving me chills.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I also like, because I didn't remember it at all, when he pulled out the reverse Uno card of the impact dial, I like gasped a little bit. I was like, oh shit.
Hearing his arm crack
Oh my
multiple
god.
times after the impact of the bazooka. My God, and just hearing his blood-curdling scream.
His line during that move was so nice. He was like, man, that must have hurt.
Recognize this? I bet that bazooka would have hurt. Let's find out! Impact!
He used an impact dial!
Let's find out. Shoves it in his face. Oh my god. He's going for the throat, dude.
That's a line and a half. Let's find out.
Like the thing with the impact dial and the recoil, like it shows you the difference in power between those two as well. The fact that he took all that recoil and basically destroyed his whole arm doing that, while Luffy got right back up after getting hit by that, is crazy.
No, it does definitely shows
mhm.
a difference in their constitution and their strengths.
Yeah, Luffy got up and was like, man, he really just did that to me.
And he was like, my own attack? How dare you?
He just reverse Uno card my ass.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, this is enough is enough. I like to think about that as like, Luffy had basically nothing but hesitation until Usopp finally took the bazooka, threw it back at him, and then Luffy's just like, all right, I think we've seen what we need to see. It's time to stop. just it does break my heart though.
The game's
I
ending
thought it
here.
was like not pathetic because it is, but like that's not the word I want to use to describe it. But like it saddened me a little bit to know that like technically Usopp went down in 2 punches. You got one right hook from Luffy, and then the final blow is like after the bazooka, you got like punched in the gut, and I'm like, ugh.
Are you telling me you can take a pistol?
I haven't taken one of Luffy's punches, to be fair. I don't know how hard that
I'll
shit
have you
hits.
know right now, you're as strong as Usopp is right now.
I like to actually I like to say and believe that Usopp is way stronger than I am.
All right, anime logic, he's incredibly strong because he takes a lot of punches and recovers in the next episode. But still,
Well, especially already been screwed up by the Frankie family as well. This is only like 4 hours later. Like
He's got like 20% of his HP.
So Luffy would have lost if he was at 100%.
No.
Listen, I ain't saying all that, dude. I know better.
I'll say it right now. Usopp 100%, 1v1's Luffy easy.
All right, fine. He goes down in 3 punches then.
So before we go to quotes, Isaac, what's your opinion on Foxy?
Very specific question.
I don't remember why the name's not popping up to me.
That I feel like you already answered my question, so let's move on.
Yeah.
I will warn everybody ahead of time. My quotes for these 2 episodes are literally one Zoro quote, and then just about everything Usopp said in the first episode.
I'm gonna steal this one from Justin. When
What?
Luffy's heading back to the ship, he starts tearing up, and Zoro gives him the line like, "This is what a captain."
You son of a bitch!
It's too much.
This is what it means to be captain. You can't doubt yourself. In times like these, if you lose your confidence, then who can we have faith in?
What a terrible day for Raid, bro.
Luffy's initial line really hits hard too. He's like, "Man, it's too much."
Breadboy, you got any quotes? Because I'm about to just quote.
Dude, I could quote literally Usopp for the whole time, but
Does Isaac have anything? Because I have nothing.
I mean, I think I only have one. It's go ahead and cut off useless friends one after another and move on.
you son of a bitch, you sniped me.
It just hits hard.
But that's the only one I wanted.
And like it really shows you like his mindset, like what he's thinking about at this moment, how he feels about the whole situation. That he's basically being pushed aside and thrown out with himself and the ship off the crew. And like you can really see the emotion when he says it.
A lot of that too is just like and again, it's just so gravitating. He's egging Luffy. He's like daring him to say it.
Yeah.
He wants the finality of it. He just wants the closure. He wants the words to come out of Luffy's mouth, maybe even so Usopp can feel less bad about it himself. Because if the words come directly from the source, he has no attachments left. He can fully lean himself into his feelings.
Now that he's done it himself, that just deepens the guilt.
What is it? I actually have another quote. It's a little part after Usopp has already left. I think it's right after he leaves. Nami is down in the ship talking with Luffy.
If you give it some time, I'm sure both of you will see how silly this is. You've gone too far to turn back now. Usopp is willing to risk his life to fight me. He's more than just angry. Besides, if just talking it over was enough to make things right, we wouldn't have come to this in the first place.
And Luffy is not smiling. He's not paying any mind to what she's saying.
No, yeah, Crystal during this whole part was like, "Why is Luffy being so mean?" Like she would say that, like he's being a jerk, he's being mean, and I was like, "Crystal, no, you have to understand, he has his reasonings for his logic. Is it justified? Not necessarily."
Yeah,
I mean, not wrong though. Nami was just really trying to be helpful here. All right, who's next on quotes?
I'll use 2. I'll say 2. Oh, let me scroll, find what I was looking for. So the first little one was Usopp saying, "Is that how little this ship means to you, Luffy?" And then where's my other one?
It's a pretty short one.
Where are you?
How do you have these organized? I need to see your screen, dude. Every week.
It's probably just
It's gonna
randomly
be bad.
jotted.
I write it like chronologically, like as I'm watching. I should just make like a quote section, make my life easy, but I don't.
mean, I'm gonna tell you this, dude. If you want a tip, just stick to no more than like 4 or 5 bullets.
As a
like,
fellow man who writes everything down, you need to be organized about this. You can't just have it one.
Yeah, you can put it in order, but like there's only 2 episodes, and if you have more than 4 bullets per episode, you're doing it wrong. I'm just telling you.
yeah.
Dan, that's the experts giving you advice. Listen to him.
I've been always bad at taking notes, especially in class. Anyway, my quote is Usopp said, "Sorry,
You guys are just too strong for me. I can't keep up anymore. I mean, look what happened today. You can't even trust me with your money. There's no point in keeping me around if all I do is cause you trouble."
Big oof. And to be fair, there's a lot of truth there, man.
Yeah.
There's something to be said there.
You think old Roger had an Usopp on his crew?
Sure.
Well, it depends on how would you define that? Like, and Usopp in what sense?
Someone weak.
No. Nah. Absolutely not.
I feel like you would have.
Go Roger, don't got no dead weight on the crew, bro. I'll say it like that.
The greatest pirate crew that they basically say it to ever live. There was a weak person on that ship. I mean, like,
All I'm saying is, if Gold Roger's crew did have a Usopp on board, that Usopp will beat the shit out of this Usopp. That's all I'm saying.
Well, obviously, they went
Well,
to
yeah, I mean,
oh man,
But at that point, you really call him an Usopp?
sure. He's an Usopp in relation.
Usopp adjacent.
Usopp adjacent.
my Usopp could beat
All
your
right,
Usopp.
what's your next one, Justin?
I'll leave it there. I want to attempt to leave Brendan with something, maybe.
Nah, you know what? I'm good. We covered all my favorite lines, so I'm gold. Honestly, this is good. This is a good feeling to be sniped.
I remember to keep doing that then.
Yeah. You do you, asshole. You do you.
I appreciate that. I definitely will.
All right, Jordy, do the thing.
Sorry, I don't have the sheet up. Give me a second.
Time to take your job, Jordy. Next week's episodes are 237 to 239. Get sniped, baby.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Next week's episodes are 237 to 239.
One more time.
237 to 239. I stole it from Justin. I did it better. You look at me. I
Baby.
stole his job.
God damn.
That wasn't what I was going for, but sure.
Who's actually gonna win this golden ham?
You know who I'm voting for. I don't even care.
Do we have to?
What do you mean? Do we have to?
Say it.
I don't know.
Say it right now.
None? Are you voting for none?
I'm just saying that what if nobody deserves a golden ham this week?
I think this is the one instance that I will say that we don't need to give a golden ham. What? But I would like to hear what Brendan has to say, because I can be easily
we
swayed.
don't need. We know what Brendan wants.
Before Brendan whines about this, Devin, what do you got?
I actually kind of wanted to give it to Sanji.
What?
I think you're an animal.
I am an animal. I also just want to steal this thunder from Brendan.
Yeah, this feels more born out of spite. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's partially out of spite, but I actually was moved by Sanji's reaction to and kicking Luffy off of Usopp, and like that whole like don't you dare say that.
Interrupting him before he says something he can't take back, bro.
I'd give it to
Exactly.
Zoro before Sanji on that front.
All right, so Isaac, what do you got?
It actually is Zoro for me.
Really?
He wasn't overreacting. He wasn't trying to stop them. He knew what needed to be done, and he let it happen. He said, no bullshit. Do what you need to do. What happens at the end, I'ma still follow my captain.
I kind of feel this.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
All right. I'm going to say one more thing in regards to this character progression and our long-nosed boy over here. He knew he was not going to win this fight. And I'm just going to say, every once in a while, it is actually good for people to fail. He tried to take on the Frankie house. He failed. On average, this guy does not take a whole lot of W's. Does that ever stop him from challenging? No, it doesn't. And all I'm saying is, when was the last time that any of us can remember taking on a challenge that we knew was not going to pan out our way and still fucking manning up and taking it on?
Yeah, every day waking up.
Going to work.
Y'all can make your memes, but I still resonate with that on a very personal level. Probably more than I should.
I'll ask directly, are you here to nominate Usopp for Golden Ham?
Yes, always.
I'm also here to I'm okay with it being no vote, but if I'm going to vote for anybody, it's going to vote for Usopp.
All right. Well, then where do we stand?
We got 2 Usopp. I think I hear 2 Zoro.
Christian actually sold me on the Zoro earlier when he was like he's got more control over his motions.
I would be inclined to give it to Zoro here more than Usopp.
I think you're all animals, but I will respect your decision.
All the moments in these 2 episodes were just Zoro with his arms crossed.
The personification
Man,
of
I do that at
manliness.
work. I don't get rewarded for it.
Every frame.
Nobody's making a podcast about your life, so
Ooh.
Wait. We were talking about new podcast ideas.
What?
This is how we started Studio Dylan.
Studio Dylan. But what if?
Shut up.
All right. What was our fun thing for the grab bag?
So while I was outside suffering, I did get a little hungry. So I went to little Chinese takeout around the corner, and you give you fortune cookie or whatever. Opened it for the first time in like years. I don't know why I felt moved to do so. And inside, I found the question for today's grab bag rain check.
Well, hell yeah. Well, what was the question, Justin?
The question is, what is your favorite anime weapon of choice?
It's a heavy question.
I feel like I've come up with some answers. But I have a very specific question before you go any further. Are we allowed mechs of any kind?
Yes, it's a weapon.
We talked about this last night in our little Discord server. We said yes, mechs are allowed.
Powers are not a weapon. All right, that's the only thing that's different. Powers are not weapons.
What if the weapon affords you new powers?
Yeah, because if you drop it, someone else can pick it up and gain the powers. That works.
Oh, that's cool.
I might be threading the line on this one, but sounds good to me.
Like one of my thoughts was like the Sharingan, and I thought about it, like, nah, that's
yeah. I don't think that counts. That's an inherited bloodline trait.
I mean, you could steal their eyeballs and put it
Yeah,
in
you
your
can
own.
steal the eyes. It's a weapon.
Yo, Jordy, you want to say the Sharingan's your weapon
Oh
of choice?
shit, dude, that's my fifth one then.
It's your fifth Sharingan?
Sure.
That's it? You got you don't want to mention your other 4 or whatever?
All right, so I have a list of 5. I asked people to get at least 5 or
Keep it under 5.
Up to 5.
yeah, keep it under 5, whatever. First one,
There's a bit of a distinction.
I'm gonna start sniping people here. The first one is the 3D maneuvering gear from Attack on Titan.
Damn it.
Because who doesn't want to be zooming all over the place, especially if it's 2009 and I got to pick up my Modern Warfare 2 pre-order from the GameStop across town.
I just could not imagine the whiplash that those things have.
Oh no, I want it. I want it so badly.
That thing must be a nightmare to use, but it still looks fun as hell. All right, number 2, the Gundams from G Gundam, because they're more suit based rather than switches and throttles.
Yeah. Those are more super robust than anything else.
I feel that.
Yeah, those are a lot cooler. Number 3, swords and katanas. Those are boring. Give me the 2 halves of a giant scissor from Kill la Kill.
God damn you. These are all the things I went on about last night.
Also, maybe the sailor suit, but that's a different kink.
I feel like Jordy's just got the best answers to this period.
Yo, if we ever go to a convention and do like a live panel, I would definitely have us all wear Sailor Moon outfits.
No,
Stop it.
Go home.
I'm down. Say I won't.
Keep it
All
moving.
right,
What else are you going to kill me with?
Number 4, I might start something here. Don't kill me.
Oh, God.
If you're in the audience, don't kill me. All right, this is going to get some people riled up. But basically, all the weapons from Ruby.
Oh, Justin. This is the Justin snipe. Justin was worried you would call him out on this.
No. Like, I get why people say, oh, that's not an anime. Dude, come on. Like, everything about that show is an anime.
It's anime. No, that's what I told him last night. I said, absolutely go for it.
I'm mad you stole my pick, but like in a sweeping motion.
I think you have to pick a specific one. Like, come on, don't be a
specific
bitch about
one.
it.
All right, this is gonna be hard. It's probably Yang shotgun gloves. Because come on,
those are sweet though.
You get the box and shoot at the same time. Who doesn't want to do this?
That do be fucking fire.
And I guess 5th is a Sharingan. Now that we've discussed, it can be stolen.
we've covered some logistics.
Now that it applies.
All right, who's next?
I'll go next. At first, when I was thinking about this last night, I felt like it was hard because most of my attention, I guess, in the forms of media I've watched for anime, it mostly is power based, not so much focused on weapons, with a few exceptions here and there. So at first, I was going to cop out and choose my 5 favorite Zanpakuto from Bleach. But then I started thinking about it more. I came up with real answers. I wrote this one first. I don't know if I want to I'll double down. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend from like 6 years ago when we watched Sword Art Online, Kirito's Black Sword Elucidator. I just always liked the design of it.
Well, shoot, I go to a convention and pick you one up if you want.
Yeah.
Say less.
He's gonna give you a keychain.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 inches long.
You joke. When I was dating this girl, I bought like her the Asuna Soa keychain. I bought me the Kirito one.
I love it.
I was definitely cliched.
It's gonna be like as big as Mihawk's little necklace dagger.
I want to imagine that he's got like an Instagram post of like a couple of like martinis made, and like he's got the olives speared with the Asuna blade on one and the Kirito blade on the other, and go date night with the BF.
Oh no!
And then you pan back and it's just him with 2.
Yeah, it's just him holding both.
All right, continue.
Oh,
Not like
God.
this. Shout out to Ruby. My weapon of choice from Ruby was Adam Taurus's shotgun katana combo called Wilt and Blush. What do I got here? I got the Dominator from Psychopath, the guns, the cops. I guess.
That's a good one.
That was a contender, but I didn't like the idea of just a weapon telling me what to do.
Not being allowed to shoot it sometimes.
I don't wanna. Dominator, I'm about to die.
This one might be threading the line. So going back to Bleach, one of my favorite Espada was Coyote Stark, because I like dogs. That was threading a line. Like that might be a power, that might be a weapon. I'm here for it either way. And I definitely couldn't go without just naming at least one actual Zanpakuto. I don't think this character is canon. I'm pretty sure he was filler. But it was Maki Ichinose Zanpakuto Nijigasumi. He had a Zanpakuto where like his Shikai was he can like go invisible by like reflecting light and stuff like that. I think he had like his own maybe like little version of Getsuko Tensho. And then his Bankai was like he just made a field that was just one giant flashbang. It was just bright.
So it's a light bulb.
Yes, his Bankai is a light bulb.
Isaac, would you like to go? Christian, would you like to go?
Yeah, I'll go next. I was gonna say Gurren Lagann, but
Yeah, which part of the Gurren Lagann? Like,
oh, I can choose. Okay, so Super Tengen top of Gurren Lagann.
My man.
basically the universe.
No, remember they stand on universes. He's more powerful than that.
He literally walks on a galaxy like it's a platform.
Divine Axe Rita from Seven Days Sins.
Yep.
That's the buff dudes, right?
Yeah.
He's not just some buff dude. His name is Escanor. So
Damn, he takes offense to it.
you put some respect on his name.
I will put more respect on his name now.
Bro, the pride that this man has just is what elevates the weapon for me. Because he puts himself above gods, and he's just a human.
Like, dude, if you were taller than him, he would either make you kneel so he can look down on you, or he'll just find a higher platform.
Yeah, like I remember somebody came up to him, and they were like flying above him, so he jumped on a higher building. He was like, "You can't look down on me. That's not how this works." Mihawk's Black Sword.
My boy.
Yoru is a respectable pick.
The problem is that the logistics of it is just absolute nonsense.
No, yeah. I mean, it's anime.
You can't really. Nobody. They've made that thing replicated in real life.
Yeah.
And they put like foam where the hilt is to try to like minimize some of the weight. No, it's still fucking unreasonable.
He's the greatest swordsman of all time. There's a reason for
He's
that.
got all the strength in the world. That thing weighs nothing to him.
Yeah. Another one is what is it? The Cross Punisher from Trigun.
Okay, yeah, solid pick.
20 guns out of it, and then it's a gun itself? Like,
Didn't it also have a rocket launcher in it? I'm trying to remember.
That's something a little kid makes up. He was like, no, it's not just a car. It's like 8 cars in a car and makes up the car.
the author's kid probably drew
it's like Voltron if Voltron was a car. You know what I'm saying?
Voltron was a gun.
What?
It's canon that Megatron was a gun, by the way, just in case no one knew that.
Yeah, it is. But I don't want to. I don't want to wield that. It's weird.
Yeah, weird.
So I guess the Gantz armor.
Ooh, yeah. Another man of culture, I see.
Like that's so cool that they gain that ability. They gain the physique.
Yeah, for I guess for people who don't know, the Gantz armor considering like a wetsuit, but it's also an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
To a degree, yeah.
It's like spandex, and then it forms.
It's like latex suit. It's a latex suit. The thing that makes the suit cool is that it's not infinite.
It increases your physical abilities, and also you can also become invisible.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can become invisible. You can run really fast. You could lift a fucking truck. Shit like that. You could jump a mile.
And it was also cool because it was a mass produced suit because they could just give it to anybody.
They did give it to anybody in the universe, which was what made it so crazy because like everyone wears it, and the ones that don't die.
Yeah.
And what is it? For my last one, I'm gonna put Encursio from Akame ga Kill.
Is that the one-shot blade?
The main character has it. Tatsumi.
Oh,
I was thinking about Akame too, because that show is littered with really cool weaponry as well.
Yeah, they have so many cool ones. Like what is Akame's is cool. Two hit you die.
Well, Akame's got the one-shot blade that if you get cut, you just die.
Basically.
As Death's weapon.
all right. Now that you're naming off, Christian, what you got?
What do you have left?
Along the same lines of like a show that just has tons of really cool weaponry in it. Hunter x Hunter has like a million of them. I mean, some of my favorites are generally like more dexterous weapons. So like Kurapika's got his chains, the chains he wears on his hands, or even Hisoka, who just uses like reinforced playing cards. Like those are some of the simple shit is like some of my favorite even. There's a dude who uses a giant pipe. What's his name? Uses a yo-yo for fuck's sake. Like, it's all cool. Killua, yeah, thank you. I really did like, and I mentioned it when we watched the movie, the Baron's bow and arrow. That shit is crazy. Mostly because it reminds me of the whistle arrow from Guardians. There's I really liked more recently out of Jujutsu Kaisen. Nobara uses a hammer and nails.
Oh my god.
I don't have to even have the voodoo powers. Just the use of the hammer and nails as just your weapon of choice just is so cool to me.
It's really cool because she shoots it at the power of a nail gun, but she's just using a hammer to shoot.
Yeah, she just tosses them up, and they always land in the. She always throws them in the right way that she could just hit the head and just. Boing. It's so cool. I love it. Actually, if we go along the Ruby route, because when Justin mentioned it last night when we were talking about it, I really like Sun Wukong's nunchuck shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
They're all shotguns.
Everything's a shotgun. It's great. Also, by the way,
it's amazing.
Yang's shotgun gauntlets are called Ember Silica.
Oh, I'm not gonna remember that.
I'm never gonna commit that one to memory.
No one knows because they don't mention 90% of these names in the show, but every single weapon has a name, I'm pretty sure. Lastly, Noragami. Most of the gods' weapons in that are basically people that they turn into weapons, and you can go vice versa. I don't know how many people here have seen Noragami.
Yep.
Yeah, I was debating whether to include the Soul Eater stuff too, because it's the same premise. The people become weapons. Because I was like, do I get to keep the people? Is that a thing?
Do I get the
Sure.
Do I get to keep the people?
Who's next?
So I guess for my first one, it kind of comes with no surprise, but the Dragon Slayer from Berserk. I just love it, not just only because it's an awesome weapon, but because of how much inspiration a lot of media nowadays got from it, such as we wouldn't have Final Fantasy's Cloud's, sword without Dragon Slayer. Then I also had an internal debate for my second one because I wasn't sure if it would qualify, especially because the conversation we just had about people being weapons, because I was like, ooh, Ava Unit 1 would be great, but I was like, wait, technically it's a living being. I don't know if this qualifies. So
Damn, Ava spoilers.
Fucking, it's been out for 20 years. Get with the times, people. If you haven't seen it, fuck off.
I think it does apply considering they're just talking about the Soul Eater weapons.
So I'll keep that as one, but I also, in case that one didn't work, I also chose the Spear of Languinius, which is the spear from Neon Justice Evangelion.
Languinius?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's Longinus. It's Longinus.
Oh yeah, Longinus.
But is it the true spear? Because there's a lot of fakes out there.
Then, I gotta throw in the Death Note. Come on.
I hated this. No, I hated it. It's so
Man,
boring.
you actually sniped one of my other picks.
It's so
you son of a
boring.
bitch.
It is boring, but it does work.
But it's boring.
What? How is that boring? You get to choose.
It's boring because he doesn't get to do it. You just write somebody's name down and then you walk away and forget about it.
That's lame.
He wants to look them in the eye.
I'd rather just Google someone and then just be like, okay, that's who I type.
He wants to watch the life drain from their corpse.
Other than literally Super Galaxy Topen Gurren Lagann, which is still like top of the list. Other than that, I like Jordy's side pitch in there of magical girl shit. Can I just have mommy's powers from Madoka Magica? Like, I'll take it. That would be fire.
No, we said no powers, you fool.
Yeah, that's powers, I think.
You can't think of another one? Think of one more.
I don't know. How about speaking of spears, Fate Zero specifically, the Lancer from that, he has a fucking badass spear.
That's true.
That thing is sick as shit.
Fuck, I forget what it's called.
It's the fake version of Linguini.
Linguini.
Anyway, all right. So this is going to be a long one. Congratulations, audience. You have more than 30 minutes of content. We're done here.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Panda Sightings. We have an email if you want to shoot us some questions to pandasightings@gmail.com.
Tell us who had the better weapons. I feel like I won here.
What?
Yo, big facts.
You can't turn this into a competition.
I think I win here, truly.